Good afternoon, AndyJean here. I'm in the beautiful Miami. Right behind me is the famous Hard Rock Cafe, the famous guitar. I enjoy being here. We're at the Bora Bora, and guess what? Next to me is the one and only Catherine, a.k.a. Cat. All right, she's one of the, I would say, one of the bosses, the head honchos and agents over there at RealtorDR. I would like to say welcome to Miami.
Thank you, Andy. My first time. Love
Really?
it. Yeah.
So far, what do you like about Miami?
Everything. I love that everyone speaks Spanish.
That is true. They call it what, South Cuba?
Yeah.
But guess what? Check this out. We're talking about where you live, where you're from, which is Dominican Republic,
Yes.
the Amber Coast.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the Amber Coast, where you are.
So we moved to the north coast of the Dominican Republic 3.5 years ago, pre-COVID. And to be honest, it was the best decision we made for our family. And then just COVID happened, and then we decided that's the best place for our family with our kids and everything. And yeah.
All right. I don't call it, I just call it the C word. But check this out. You said family, right?
Yeah.
I am a family man, right? I have a few kids. With family, you would think it would make it harder to make such a decision. Earlier, your partner, your husband said you took a leap, but it seems like it's not a leap. You guys were all in because you own and you have business and you have family.
Yeah.
So explain that to me.
It's very easy for families to relocate as well. Like it's just for our kids, like you ask them, it's the best thing we could do. The school system is awesome. Like our kids go to an international school, ISS, and they graduate with a Dominican diploma, an international diploma, and an American diploma. And it's just a lot of kids. For me it was like me growing up. Like our kids are outside playing all the time. Like it's just reminds me of me growing up. It's very safe. We love it. It's just honestly, it's the best decision that we made for our family.
Well, I was in the same situation. It wasn't easy for me to convince my wife and my kids to move. I actually visited a few times before I made the decision.
Okay.
I felt I made a decision before her. How was it an easy decision for you? Like, did you just come when Bobby first say I'm in first, or it was like a
So
together,
what we
like,
did,
oh, I'm in it together?
we were in it together. We went and spent a month, and we loved it. And then we actually went and spent a year to live there to figure out if we really wanted to be there. And it's funny because we went to the Dominican on a 3-year plan, and then we were going to reevaluate it in 3 years. And then within I want to say a couple months, we're like, okay, we're liking it. And then within a year, it was like, you know what, this is the best decision. This is where we're going to be.
Wow,
yeah, and we went all in.
I think your decision has also changed a lot of lives in the Dominican Republic. You guys provide jobs. You guys are selling, I think, some of the best inventory on the North Coast. I've seen it myself personally. I've visited a few of them, and I'm just elated to be a part of this team. But for the people who are watching, right? You know, there are some fears. I'll tell you personally what some of those fears are, and you tell me how you want to deal with it.
Yeah.
The number one fear is safety. Is it safe?
It's 100% safe.
Yeah.
I've gone everywhere, and I've never felt unsafe. You know, we do, like I said, my kids, they go out and play all day. They come back when it gets dark. And yeah, we live in a gated community. And I mean, Sosúa and Cabarete, there's a lot of tourists. So it is very protective because that's how people have jobs. You know what I mean? So me personally, I've never felt unsafe anywhere in Cabarete and Sosúa.
Well, being that you're a family person, this is one of the concern my wife had. And, you know, we're going to end it with this. Healthcare. Is there healthcare?
Yeah, there is healthcare in the Dominican Republic. Actually, we pay I think we pay $1,500 for the whole year for all 4 of us. You know, and there's good hospitals. There's Santiago, Santo Domingo, Bruno Gal in Puerto Plata. It's great.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Listen, I'm going to end it with this.
Yeah.
I know you've been there, you made the decision, but tell me how you have changed physically, mentally, living in another country where you do speak Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you kind of have that advantage. But how was the transition? You said you liked it and you stayed, but was it an easy transition? Did you have good or dark days? Was it just that simple?
So for me, it was an easier transition just because this was my second time living there. And we had friends, but when we first moved here, it was a little bit like, I was scared. I was like, okay, I'm in a country, basically, I left there when I was 7, so I'm in a country that I don't know and things like that. But coming back the second time, we had friends, we had surfing, we had the school community. For me, it was an easier transition as the first time, like the second time around, but the first time. But when you get there, you meet so many people that are the same, that have no family, and then you guys become family, and there's always people trying to help you, especially with us at RealtorDR. Just, you know, it's kind of like Bobby says, like we are able to help everyone else because we had that, we know what to do kind of thing. You know what I mean?
You had a solid base,
yeah, exactly.
solid base of
Yeah.
vision. I believe that, you know, despite the situation, he has a vision, and I'm quite sure you subscribe to that vision, and combined you have this. What can people do right now to take their first step to move into the Dominican Republic and have a piece of that paradise that you're enjoying?
I think it's really the first thing I always say, come to visit. It's always great to visit and stay, like, not just a week, maybe like if you're able to, like a month or a couple weeks, and see how you really like it. And you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, everyone that I know that goes to the North Coast, you just feel at home. You feel great, you know? There's a lot of people too, there's a lot of expats, so it's not just you need to learn to speak Spanish. A lot of places speak English. It's, I don't know, it just feels like home.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Thank you,
very much. You did a
Andy.
great job. You broke
Awesome.
everything.